Hey everybody, it's Dr. Ogres, and welcome to part 5 of my Let's Play Eve. Okay, so I recorded some yesterday, but when I went to go listen to it, or watch the video rather, the audio on it, my voice was kind of buried underneath all the Eve sounds, and I know I'm kind of a mumbler in general. My corp says so on vent all the time. So I decided that I would just go ahead and scrap that one and re-record again today, and hopefully have something decent to put out for you guys. That means that you missed some stuff. The first thing you missed, of course, was that I wanted to thank you guys for all your comments and suggestions. They've been really great. I'm taking them all into consideration. I'm going to work as many of those into these videos as I can. One of those was that sometimes I go through things and I don't really explain what I'm doing, and I think that's just a lot of, I've been playing the game for a while and I don't really think about stuff in those terms. But I'm going to try to make a real effort to, anytime I'm working on something, to kind of really explain what I'm doing. So I'm as informative as I am entertaining, I hope. Anyway, and the other thing was that you guys might like a quick recap on where my character was at, what the skill points I got trained, and what my kind of goals for the week are. So let's just do a quick run on that. Dr. Ogres has reached 1,089,000 skill points, so almost 1.1 million. So I've already upgraded his clone from alpha to beta. That cost me 40,000 ISK. You can do that over here in the medical tab. This is medical clone. Just upgrade the clone, and I moved it to beta. That'll hold me until 1.38, close to 1.4 million skill points. You want to do that because if you lose your pod, you only keep as many skill points as you have in your clone. So the skills that brought him up there, where that 600,000 skill points go, most of it went into here, into drones. As you can see right now, we're training scout drone operations to 5. We got 4 days, 20 hours, 27 minutes left on that skill training. And that one is going to be really important because that, coupled with a couple other skills, specifically Gallente drone specialization and Minmatar drone specialization, are going to allow me to field Tech 2 drones. This will let me field Tech 2 warriors and hobgoblins on the field, and then I'll be continued to train these two skills up so that I can put the mediums on the field as well. Excuse me. I've also trained up at least level 1 in all of the support skills that I could get my hands on for drones right now. So combat drone operations up to 3, drone durability up to 3, and drone navigation up to 3. That makes them go faster, hit harder, and last a little bit longer. Drone interfacing, I've trained to level 1. This one will increase their damage by 20% per level, so that's a pretty significant one, and I'll be ramping that one up as quickly as I can as soon as Scout Drone Operation is done to level 5. Then I'll get the GT drones and I'll ramp that up. Drone sharpshooting to increase their accuracy. Like I said, Gallente drone specialization will let me have those drones. Heavy drone operation to allow me to field ogres as soon as I can do that. I've also put some skills into gunnery to train up to medium hybrid turrets, and you'll see why in a moment. I've been training my armor skills as well. So I've got the armor compensation skills, all 4 of them up to level 2. That was going to help any modules that boost my armor damage resistances. It'll make them more effective. So those were very important to me. I'm going to be training hull upgrades to 5 as soon as I'm done with the drone skills. This will increase my overall armor hit points, and it will allow me to fit some other modules that I've got my eyes on, and I'll talk about those in a moment. So those are kind of the biggies. Oh, except for one other, Gallente Cruiser. I've trained it to level 2. Gallente Cruiser level 2. So frigate at 4, cruiser at 2, which brings me to our next big thing. Da-da-da-da! There it is, the Vexor. It's a sexy beast. I've got it fit out. I've taken it out on quick ratting, but nothing too serious on it because I just bought it after yesterday's rampage. I found a nice magnometric yesterday that got me enough ISK to purchase it, but I am relatively broke now. I only have 1.5 million ISK left, so I couldn't really afford another one of these, so I really shouldn't be flying it, but I'm too excited to not. So I'm going to take it out. Let's take a look at the fit real quick. I made some compromises because I kind of had to. I have in the middle my code breaker, but that's swappable obviously for the analyzer if I need it, a web, and an afterburner. In my 3 mids, that's what I got. In my lows, I have 1600 rolled tungsten. That's the best armor hit points I can put on this ship. The 1600 rolled tungsten is the thickest plate, and I use the rolled tungsten because it gives the best hit points for the mass that's added to the ship. Energized Adaptive Nanomembrane 1. When I get hull upgrades to 5, I'll swap that out for a Tech 2 variant. Damage Control 2, and a Medium Armor Repairer 1. And again, when my skills are in the right place, which I believe is... let me take a peek. Mechanic to level 4, which is on the list anyway. That'll be swapped out for a T2, a Tech 2 Armor Repper. In the highs, I have a Salvager. I have my probe launcher, and then I fit it with 3 small blasters, and I had to do that. I have medium railguns, and I had intended to fit it with those, but I do not have the power grid for it. And when I found that out, it was just too late. So that was a compromise I had to make. It's actually not that bad. I can get in there and I can do some additional damage to my drones, and I can definitely tank what most of the rats I've seen so far can throw at me. So that's awesome. In my drone bay, I've got a bunch of drones. I've got some hammerheads. I've got some hobgoblins. I've got 3 groups of drones, and I'm going to be swapping them in and out as we go. So that's my new Vexor. I'm pretty happy with it, and we're going to be doing some shooting and flying on stuff today. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out and get some scanning done, and I will catch up with you guys as soon as I have something to do. Alright, well that didn't take long at all. 1 hit with the probe here in Torvi and I found 2 combat sites. Excuse me. So I'm going to fire up the old damage control, and I'm going to go on in. There's a warp to 0. Look at me. I am crazy, crazy. Sometimes that stuff's interesting to read. Apparently the Serpentis and the Angels are in cahoots. I did not know that. Eve's got a really rich backstory. Lots of history to it. Makes it, I love it. It's one of the things I just love about the game. Alright, so I have 2 groups of hobgoblins and a mixed group which has medium drones and heavy drones all in the same place. There's the first thing I'm going to take out. Don't like the sentry guns. I think ahead and align to that station. I'm going to launch the mixed group. And I'm going to engage. Keep an eye on the drones, as always. Oh wow. So this is the difference between 3 drones and 5 drones, and I've mixed in 1 medium drone, and look how much faster that's going. I don't think the 3-hour epic fight to take down 1 tower is going to happen anymore. Woo! No more 3-hour fights for single towers. Excellent. Of course, that spawned a bunch of stuff. There we go. Now they're getting ready to engage me. They're all cruiser class, so I should be able to take them relatively easy. Oh, they're already taking my cruise. Pull them back. That should get me the rest of the aggro. I'm going to go ahead and let them come on in close to me. I'm not really that concerned about it. See, that's the medium drone. He is slow. That's the thing about Gallente drones. They hit harder, but they're definitely slower. He's way out of blaster range. Or at least my blaster range. Alright, so these frigates are going to come in, and I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to blow them up rather hardly. Or at least I hope so. As soon as they're within web range, I'm going to web them and blow them. Maybe. Yeah, a little bit. Hey, there we go. Oh, I'm loving this Vexor, man. I tell you what. I mean, I loved the frigate too. Don't get me wrong, but this is a much better ship. I'm so much happier with it. It's ISK well spent. I mean, I'm plowing through these guys. I don't have all the aggro yet. It makes me nervous to put my drones out there, but we're gonna get them out. Alright, so there we go. The shields are finally down. I'm gonna go ahead and engage that target. I'm not in low sec, so I don't need to hit my directional scan like all the time, but I still panic. I'm like, somebody's gonna kill me. Fire up the armor repper. Armor uppers are both good and bad. And good in that, I mean, I like armor tanking. I mean, even on my Minmatar ships, I armor tank, but they don't rep as fast as shields do. That's why you'll find that most of your mission runners are going to be Caldari ships, because at least as far as I know, the shield tanking is much more efficient, especially on rats. All right, but I'm tanking pretty good here. I'm not really worried. Get back in on that. So, boom.